thanks everyone for turning up. I really appreciate it. And thanks for everyone who's on the recording. And just enjoy the information regarding Kicking Sugar Masterclass. So let me go. Here we go. So on the plate tonight, we're just going to talk about things like the detriment of sugar, hidden sugars, the impact of sugar on the body, how sugar influences the brain, artificial sweeteners and their realities. And if anyone knows me, they know how much I love artificial sweeteners. Evaluating healthy sugars, because not all sugars are bad, but we just need to have a little bit of evaluation on those as well. So we'll also be looking at sugar-free weight loss strategies and understanding the sugar cravings, because in my career, I think the most important thing is to always understand, because a lot of people think it's their fault that they crave sugar, and it's not. So I'm very much about strategies and techniques and tools so that you're very successful. And then we'll have a little bit of an interactive session and have a conversation if you would like. So who am I? So my name's Lisa Mackay, and I'm a qualified naturopath of over 20 years. I'm a certified metabolic balance practitioner. I also have a master's in NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming. And I'll explain that in a minute. It's more about your mindset. And my absolute passion is to help women and men get their mojo back and feel like themselves again. So this workshop isn't about no carbs or fretting over sugars in whole foods. What we're doing is we're going to talk about quality of sugars that we consume, and then limiting refined sugars and uncovering hidden sugars. So just to know that hidden sugar is actually lurking everywhere. So with regards to sugar, as to what we're talking about, this is actually the sugar that we're talking about that you get, on the table or in your pantry and things like that. And that it actually is found in fructose in the fruit, in lactose in your milk, in maltose in the grains. And that what our body does is, with all carbs and sugars, they're broken down to glucose, which our cells use to make energy. So refined sugars, when we're talking about this is that table sugar I was just talking about. So it's actually made from sugar cane or the sugar beet plant. And when they do the processing of refined sugar, what happens is all the minerals and vitamins from that plant are actually stripped. And it often can be genetically modified and or more than likely covered in unsafe herbicides. So this is the type of sugar that we're eating too much of. And again, if you know me, I'm not against sugar. I'm just about quality. Everything's about quality. So today, this day and age, sugar dominates our food supply. It's in biscuits, breads, cakes, soft drinks, in our tomato sauces, salad dressings, marinades, rice bubbles, even our toothpaste. And then there's these sugars that are in disguise. And that's just a little bit of a list that I've put together. That's not all of it. But as you can see, sugar in disguise, and we think, oh my God, have a look at it. Now, high fructose corn syrup is the worst out of all these processed sugars. It's found in soft drinks and processed foods. And it's actually a byproduct of corn. And it's sweeter and definitely cheaper than glucose. It's actually processed by the liver, which I have found over the last 10 at least years, a lot of people are coming in with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. And it's due to this corn syrup and sugars that is actually creating this issue, may be creating this issue. And what this corn syrup does, it actually will increase your triglycerides and cholesterol. So it's not always what you think may be the cause. There are other causes too, high triglycerides and cholesterol. And it absolutely stuffs up your gut. It increases inflammation It'll make your allergies worse, give you a bit of irritable bowel potentially, and may lead to autoimmune. So this high fructose corn syrup drives obesity like nothing else, and you need to avoid it like the plague. So we are low sugar humans. Our genes evolved in a low sugar world. We ate complex carbs, complex fats, and complex proteins. So back in the day, they used to eat 20 teaspoons a year of sugar, compared to now, in this modern times, easily up to 17 teaspoons a day. So insulin is actually our fat storage hormone. Insulin was designed to store away any extra glucose as a fat in times of plenty for when food became scarce. But back to the future, now we have 24/7 supermarkets with sugar-laden shelves. There is no winter, no famine, no long hikes to find food or calorie-burning mammoth hunts. We are still the same as our ancestors. Yes, we've evolved, but we are very well designed to store excess sugar as fat. We now have more sedentary lifestyles, and we definitely are more chronically stressed. And we do not sleep enough, and we eat way too much sugar. So I have a lot of clients who ask me, what does sugar do to our bodies? Some of the studies that have shown is there's a connection between high blood pressure and heart disease and sugar. Weight gain, as we know, obviously there's cavities. As I discussed earlier, the non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. It's actually associated as a host of diseases, including, and not exclusively, pancreatic cancer, gout, and kidney disease. It actually depletes energy. It actually can create insulin resistance, where you actually then crave more food, especially sugar. And it has such a bad result on your memory. That brain fog is such a big thing for people. So sugar depletes your body of precious nutrients. Now, I've been naturopath over 20 years, and it took me a while to realize that this was actually the case. So because the vitamins and minerals and fiber have been stripped from the refined sugar when it's been processed, what our body has to do is pull on its own reserves of vitamins and minerals to break down the sugar. So how does sugar impact our body? It helps to, unfortunately, create pre-diabetic or type 2 diabetes, where the receptors no longer respond to the insulin produced in the pancreas. And what happens is the cells are less able to get energy from the food we eat. It definitely messes with our mind, with our serotonin levels, causing very much flatness and feeling sad. And as we know, it creates weight gain, and the sugar triggers the release of insulin. It may increase our risk of cancer. There's been a lot of studies to show and prove that high blood sugar can be and may be linked to certain cancers. So I've thought about this and gone, before I delved further into this, addicted to sugar. I was like, wow, I think I am or have been due to my upbringing. And I love my parents and I love my mum. However, we were given cakes, homemade biscuits, treats of lollies, all those wonderful things, and didn't realize that actually those carby foods, that breads and, pastries and all that, was actually causing an addiction. So sugar is more addictive than cocaine. And when I heard that, I was like, what? You've got to be joking. Sugar is more addictive than cocaine. When we eat foods that contain a lot of sugar, the massive amount of dopamine that is released is very much what we use for our pleasure neurotransmitter. It actually makes us feel very pleasurable and very relaxed. So what we keep on doing is actually keep on eating that sugar. So our brain wants more and more and more and more. The only thing is, it doesn't continue to work. It actually does the opposite. So there's a blood sugar roller coaster. And what it does is when it's not in the normal range of sugar levels, those lines, those horizontal lines, what it does is it increases insulin. It increases fat storage. It increases anxiety and mood swings. It definitely increases brain fog. The blood sugar roller coaster can also increase cortisol. It definitely creates fatigue, and it actually increases the sugar, caffeine, and alcohol cravings. And again, definitely increases that brain fog. So sugar is very stressful, and it has a very strong influence on our body and brain. And it's like when you're having that sugar intake, and you might not even be aware of it, how much sugar you are ingesting, it's actually like you're running away from a tiger all of the time. And with that constant stress of having that sugar being ingested, it actually ages the brain and body. And it definitely contributes to disease. So the one thing that will have the biggest impact on your health is to get off the roller coaster and have balanced blood sugar. I cannot emphasize that enough. The one thing that you will have the biggest impact on your health right here, right now, is to get off the roller coaster and balance your blood sugars. So the key to kicking sugar, it will help with weight loss, increase more energy, have better sleep, less stress, healthier digestion, much happier hormones, overcoming cravings, improve your immune system, balance your moods out, no more dieting required, clear your skin, and help reduce the potential of chronic disease. And with my program that I do with clients, these are the things that they constantly tell me about. One of the funny things I will tell you now is I put out this request, obviously, for this workshop. And my clients who have done this program, the Metabolic Balance Program, and have done or in the midst of doing it, all said, thanks, Lisa, but I'm actually good. I'm not having any sugar cravings anymore. And I'm like, how cool is that? So artificial sweeteners, there's a variety of them, and they're found in diet foods, soft drinks, yogurts, and chewing gum, plus a few other things. And they've actually got research that it increases blood sugar, definitely increases obesity, increases type 2 diabetes, and definitely increases your blood pressure. And then the whole purpose of having artificial sweeteners, I don't know, am I wrong? Was to do the opposite of everything that they're actually creating. Crazy. Now, healthy sugars, absolutely. Honey, molasses, maple syrup, agave, medjool, dates. They are definitely much healthier and still have that beautiful vitamins and minerals. But on the other hand, sugar is sugar. We still break it down really quickly, and it causes a spike in our blood sugar, and we have an insulin response. And you remember that little graph? That ups and downs, up and downs. There's a way to deal with that, though. There are 7 tips that I'd like to share to kick sugar and curb cravings. So, number 1, everyone goes, oh my God, Mum. And my kids say that, and my clients, drink more water. So they're like, really? I promise you, all my clients say to me and my kids, when I drink water, it actually reduces my brain fog, increases my fatigue, increases my energy, reduces my fatigue, stops the cravings, stops the hunger. My skin is better. I feel better within myself. So definitely my number 1 tip is drink water. Number 2, Try sweet foods like pumpkins and berries and apples, or spices like cinnamon and nutmeg to satisfy those cravings. Number 3, definitely sleep. We definitely need to get more sleep. So get to bed a bit earlier, or wake up a little bit later, because you will actually see, if you can just get a bit more sleep within a week, you'll notice the cravings for sugar and caffeine do decrease. Protein. I definitely recommend including protein in every meal. It will stabilize your blood sugar and curb your cravings. I only recommend eating full fat. So there's none of this low fat stuff. Just think low fat, chemical concoction, or full fat only. Number 6, definitely move more, because it helps reduce stress, it burns glucose, it boosts serotonin, and it prevents sugar binges. And I don't mean that you need to go out and do, a marathon or whatever. It's a beautiful walk. It's a Pilates. It's a yoga. It's a video on YouTube. It's swimming. Whatever you need to do, just do a bit of moving. One of my favorite things at the moment is rebounding. A little baby trampoline, and I just bounce on it for about 5-10 minutes every day. And I tell you what, it's the best thing. And one of my clients recommended it to me, and I just love it. Tip number 7, new rituals. Consider alternatives to desserts after meals, like herbal tea, going for a short walk, deep breathing, mindful practices. And I'm going to gift everyone a mindful practice who would like it, and I'll send that through to you. So let's conquer cravings. I mean, come on, enough's enough. This is just one of my clients, and I just think it's so gorgeous because I know this lady very well, and I just think it's so cute. She's loving this metabolic reset that she's doing. She's feeling so clear in her head and losing weight that she never thought she'd be able to do again, given that she's around 68. Shh, don't tell anyone. And the biggest thing for this lady is she's not wanting to eat anything sweet or drink alcohol. And never in her wildest dreams would she think that would ever come out of her mouth. And I just love that, because she's just doing so brilliantly, and it's easily and effortless for her. It's just amazing. So cravings. What are your biggest cravings when it comes to sugar? What time of day? How do you try to curb the cravings, or don't you? And how do you feel if you give in and eat that sugar? Willpower absolutely does not work. We have a finite resource of willpower, and there's only so much we can have each day. We're exhausted on so many other things: getting out of a cozy bed in the morning, going to work, dealing with the kids, dealing with people at work, driving to work, all those things. So by the time 3 p.m. rolls around, we cannot rely on our willpower because we're completely out of it. So deprivation will not work. Being super strict and depriving ourselves does not work. And to say we are never eating sugar again in your mind absolutely will make you eat sugar. You'll start to crave it even more. And especially if you're addicted or you're an emotional eater. So what we're doing is, we're not going to fight with the brain. What we're going to do is work with the brain. Tough love does not work. Some people, and I coach people through this, punish themselves for being weak and giving into cravings. This is not the case. They might work out more at the gym to compensate, say awful things to themselves, feeling guilty or ashamed. They may even not eat dinner to make up for their earlier binge, which then causes a spiral cascade of disaster moving forward. This approach does not work. So cravings are messengers. Cravings are the body trying to communicate a need or desire. When we are not happy with an area of our life, it's sometimes so much easier to reach for sugar than deal with what's going on. And anytime you feel you're reaching for food to self-medicate, it's really important to step back and listen and really think about, what am I really hungry for? A lot of my clients are not quite sure what it is because it's so deep rooted, deep seated. I will often do a mini mindset reset with neuralistic programming to help them to release negative emotions, limiting beliefs, all those beautiful things that we seem to hold on to and won't let go of. And with NLP, it literally will remove easily and effortlessly all those issues so that you don't have to deal with them anymore. They're just gone like that. So what do you really crave? Have a look what's underneath. What's the emotion you're trying to avoid? With the NLP, a mini mindset reset, what we do is we actually deal with the emotions in a very clean, nice, elegant way where you don't have to go back and relive the emotions. What we're doing is we're actually just releasing them easily and effortlessly. Our body always wants to seek a sense of balance. So what we're going to do is basically just allow the body to easily and effortlessly go into a sense of balance. So this is another cute little one that I got from a client actually on the weekend. I'm so excited. Catherine is from the USA, so I'm so blessed to be able to do my work anywhere in the world. So you don't actually have to be in Perth to see me face to face. You can if you want to. I do online via Zoom consults. So I did this amazing mini mindset reset with Catherine just over the weekend. And I just love that she's written, that I'm a gifted coach. Oh, so blessed. And beside my natural and easygoing warmth, I'm kind and passionate and patient. And I just love this Catherine. She had some really long held, deep rooted issues. And she just was so nervous she was not going to be able to heal them. And after our mini mindset reset, you could just see the difference. And she's even messaged me today, just telling me how much things have changed. So blessed. So there's other reasons why you may crave sugar. There may be insulin resistance and diabetes, hormonal imbalances like the sex hormone, cortisol, which is your stress hormone, and thyroid. Boy, that's an interesting one. It might be due to anxiety. It might be due to mental health, adrenal fatigue, which is stress and cortisol. Might be some gut infections, some poor nutrition or nutrition deficiencies. And the beautiful thing is, as a naturopath, we definitely look at those items and we go into the pathology to discover more underlying reasons, because it's not always what you think. Oh, apologies, I didn't realize I'd put this one in as well. So this is another one that I've got from the weekend as well. I've been a bit busy with my work on the weekend. And gorgeous Miss Rose had such amazing, profound results from a mini mindset reset. And it was just so beautiful to see the difference it's made, not even just to her, but to her family and her kids, and how she shows up and how they show up doing a beautiful mini mindset reset. So thank you for listening. If you would like to know more, please feel free to book a free discovery call with me now, and let's see how I can help you to be a success story like many other of my clients. So you can either go to lisanaturopath.com and there will be a booking link, and then you just book in a discovery call. You can either email me at lisanaturopath@gmail.com and just put the subject heading Kick Sugar so I know. You can always direct message me. I'm more than happy to either get on the phone or get on a Zoom, or you can come and see me, however it looks for you, just to discuss where you are at and what your requirements are, what you need to do. So I just wanted to quickly explain something, because I don't know if I said it earlier. that I actually do metabolic balance, which is a 12-week program that helps to reset your metabolism. I also do a mini mindset reset, which is all about neuralistic programming, which I'm a master pracky at. And that is all about utilizing effective tools and techniques that help rewire your brain, replacing negative attitudes that hold you back from who you want to be with positive thought patterns that successfully enable you to be more successful, effective, and confident in all areas of your life. And I love doing it, and it's so exciting to do it. There are a few bonuses, so all you need to do is direct message me if you would like this. There is a mindfulness eating exercise that I'll flick you. And then there is also a beautiful weight loss meditation that I've also created as well. So feel free to touch base with me on my website, email me, lisanaturopath@gmail.com, subject Kick Sugar, DM me, Kick Sugar, and then we can just start a conversation and see where we go with it. There is never any obligation, just always here to help.